Well, Robbie, it is a real pleasure to talk to you, and the whole show for me was this revelation of so many things, and one of which was the transformation of you since the big break is just awesome. Tell me, how did this all come about?
Well, of course, everybody knows my roommate was Carl, and he woke up every morning at 4:30 in the morning doing insanity workouts. Okay, this guy was well disciplined, and he woke up every morning at 4:30, shaking the room with these workouts, and I was lazy, so I was like, go ahead, do what you got to do, buddy. And then throughout that show, I just saw the energy this man had, and he hit such clutch golf shots at clutch times throughout the show. And when I got off that show and through our dramatic battle we had, I got back home and I realized, how much of an impact the guy really made on me, and how much of a difference apparently working out and being in good shape does for you, especially mentally, because that man would just come through in such crucial times with this great performance golf shots. And he just motivated me, and he really inspired me. We laid in bed at night, and we talked about this, that, and the other. One of the smartest men that I've ever met. Great conversations, and he just basically had a big impact on my life and motivated me to come back home and work out. And because I've come to find out, if you're in really good physical shape, you're that much stronger mentally, and that showed on the show with his golf. And he doesn't have the golf experience that I or any other of the participants had, but he was able to continue on to the show with just, he was just strong mentally, and it was basically based on his physical being, in my opinion. And so I thought, heck, if I've been playing golf for 30 years and I'm out of shape, I started getting tired a little bit out there. I was out of shape, and then my golf swing got a little faster, and then I lost my confidence. And when I lost my confidence, I started struggling and searching for my swing, and not being in good shape, I broke down mentally and really couldn't find my swing. So I thought, something, if I get myself in better shape physically, then I won't break down mentally. So, he inspired me. It was a godsend that he was my roommate, and I really, really, truly believe that everything happens for a reason. It was meant to be for us to be roommates. It was meant to be for him to beat me. It was meant to me to get lucky here and there and make it as far as I did. But everything happens for a reason, and it was a great experience, and it changed my life from here on out.
Well, and I understand you guys still communicate, still keep in touch, am I right?
Every single day.
Wow, that is so terrific. Well, Friends for Life, it's a special gift we get, and they seem to come out of the blue sometimes, and when we least expect it. And that's just a wonderful story that you guys have become like brothers. It's just great. It was funny. I got an email from Carl, and he said, "Yeah, he's like my twin." You guys don't look anything alike, but that was pretty funny.
Opposites seem to attract sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, in the beginning, when I found out he was my roommate, right when I got there, we were introduced to each other, and they said, go to your room and unpack your bag, this, that, and the other. And I looked at my room, my door of my condominium there, and it said Robbie and Carl, and I thought, Carl, that's that Jamaican guy. Oh God, he's not going to understand me, nor will I understand him. But in the beginning, I was like, oh no, can I trade it in? Because I thought, man, this guy's not going jihad. And it was a godsend. Like I said, it was meant to be, and everything happens for a reason. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Yeah, well, in some ways, it was such a sad thing to have to watch you two face off each other for elimination. I was wishing so hard that this would never happen, that you would face off with other people at the point that you would have to do that. And yet, at the same time, it was so uplifting to watch you two perform with a competitive spirit, a drive, and yet the gentleman side of golf came through and through, and we've seen that so rarely on big breaks. and it was just a joy to watch it. And so I walked away feeling sad but happy at the same time. It was, I don't know, how was it, what was it like for you guys?
Well, of course, I wanted to win, of course. Was I prepared? No, I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared physically for sure, and then, I wasn't practicing before I left, so I could have been a little bit more better prepared, but, I was trying to go out there thinking I was going to win based on just my talent alone. Well, the more prepared person won that battle between me and him. He deserved it. Anyone with the discipline to get up at 4:30 in the morning and do that, that's hard to do at 4:30 in the morning. That's great, mentally strong to make yourself get up and do that. That's what you call wanting something, and he wanted it more than I did. And, when I got off the show, I realized, hey, I didn't deserve it. I didn't work for it. I didn't work hard enough, and the person that was better prepared ends up always doing the best. So, hats off to the guys. I've been playing 6 or 7 years, so me losing to Carl really wasn't that bad because I was pulling for him the whole time. And like I said before, the game needs more people like him. He's great for the youth. He's great for all minorities. He's just great for the game. And I didn't mind losing to him. If it was anyone else, yeah, I'd have been mad. But I didn't really, I played bad golf, but hey, at the same time, he flat out beat me. Look at the golf shots he hit. He had a 289-yard carry 3-wood that I never saw coming, and then he hit a clutch shot inside the leather on the last hole to beat me. So I wouldn't say, he I didn't play my best, but at the same time, hey, he come and kicked my butt, and he deserves it. So he's just a wonderful person. He's made a big impact on my life, and we'll talk to the day we die. We'll be friends forever. Matter of fact, I'm going to fly up to see him, and like I say, it was just meant to be, and I wasn't that sad. I was happy for him.
That's great. That's just so great. Well, the whole day was kind of a bizarre one, given that, suddenly David's facing elimination from Carl, and then, then your elimination challenge had no advantage added to it. I think that's the first time in the series we haven't seen that. So the whole day was a little bit different, only one immunity challenge, and it was how was that day just for you in general? Did you feel good waking up in the morning and seeing what's going on, or how are you feeling? Just talk about the day briefly.
Well, I'll be honest with you, it's a very emotional thing we were going through out there, and you can't build any momentum. I had been losing my confidence for the last 2 or 3 days, so to make it as far as I did, I was very lucky. And we didn't have an opportunity to go. I wanted, so bad. I would have paid X amount of dollars to go to that golf range and put me some clubs down, some lines down, and figure out what I was doing wrong. But they don't let you do that on that show. You better bring your game, or you're not going to be. You better dream about it, because you're not going to be able to go practice and try to work out your kinks. And I was out there. I was searching, and so. That was week 8, so that was day 8 for us. Yes, my body started breaking down. I started getting a little tired. Then I started losing my confidence, and I was just unraveling. And he was just, you could just look at him. He was a ball of energy. And he was picking up momentum and gaining confidence when I was losing confidence. And looking back at it, hey, look, he worked hard for it. So, but that challenge they put us in, I look back at it, doggone it, if I'd have just hit the tee ball like I wanted to, I could have gathered 4 points right there. I wouldn't have had every single shot to stay on the show, but I didn't do it. I had the opportunity, and I just didn't do it. But I tried as hard as I could try. It's a very hard task for sure. You're given that opportunity, and you better make it happen. And I just didn't make it happen, and he did. So, like I said, the better prepared person, prevails. David, Kent, and Will and Carl. They worked harder at it before they left their hometown, so they deserve it more than I did.
Well, yeah. Well, you got you got this new transformation, the new Robbie, the new Shank in town, as you said. I have the Eagles music in my head since last night. I just can't get rid of that song. Anyway, what are your plans for the future now, Robbie?
Well, I'll never face that much nervousness ever in the game ever. I don't think I could qualify for the U.S. Open and never face that kind of pressure again. So the experience of being on that show has only made me a better person and definitely a better player for the future. But just working out, continue to get in good shape. I got a long ways to go to get where Carl is. I mean, he's rock solid, and I can't do it. I can't wake up at 4:30 in the morning and do it. I mean, there's no way I'll be able to do that. But I can get up at 6:30 and do it. But I just want to continue to work out, and I actually want to start practicing and working on it because, you know, I've wasted a lot of years, Gail, and it took me a little while to grow up, and I'm tired of wasting time. And that show really, really just changed my life. It made me kind of look and realize, hey, you know, I've got the talent. I caught the big break when they called me on the telephone. You know, I was one of 12 guys around the nation that was chosen. So, you know, I was picked for a reason. If it was a story to tell or it was my golf or what, you know, I just need to practice. I've got what it takes, but you have to take it like a job. And I want to take it serious because I'm getting older. But, you know, most people don't start playing their best golf until they're 40 years old. And I'm 34, so the next 5 or 6 years are very crucial for me. So I just want to take it a little bit more serious and devote my time to my golf and to my business and really put my best foot forward, and just give it 100%. I've never given it 100% before. I've been lazy, but now I got my butt kicked. It kind of woke me up a little bit, and it's been since I played teenage golf since I've really played tournament golf, and that experience on the big break made me miss that grind and that pressure and that moment. And so hopefully next year I'll be able to get some sponsor help and be able to play on the mini tour here in my it's called the e-golf tour. So hopefully that's my goal, is to play on the mini tour and get back out there and grind and butt heads again, because I really miss it now.
Well, we're going to definitely be watching and following you, Robbie. It's been such a great pleasure talking to you every week and watching in the show. And I want to thank you for all the interviews you've done, and thank you as well for continuing with me throughout the rest of the series and commenting on the shows that we have left. So thanks again so much, and all the best going forward.
Well, I really appreciate you having me, Gail. You've been a good friend, and I want to thank the Golf Channel for giving me my opportunity. And if I ever get the opportunity again to win a golf tournament, I will be prepared.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll be cheering you on. You take care, Robbie.
Thank you, Gail.
Bye-bye.